Ladies and gentlemen, yet another series here. In the blue color, we've got Buster playing as Hades. And in the red, it's none other than the Otter one. That sounds better in my head. Anyway, he'll be building up front, hopefully empowering the monument there. The market's coming up super quickly. We are seeing several barracks getting placed down. He's learning from his previous games, definitely. Buster is spreading out his villagers super nicely to all these buildings. Lots of military academies and archery ranges, so the spam will be rather nice. But Hades has to be a little bit careful against a Ra that's going for the Ptah and Sekhmet and Horus god path, because, well, you'll just be facing super slingers, super axemen, super spearmen, so yeah. That's tough even for Hippospis to deal with, those axemen, and then being backed by counter archers that counter them is definitely a flip on the usual relationship. What the Otter one should have done is make a handful extra badges just to guard this initial group of villagers. It's just so helpful to have a little bit extra firepower, but of course once you're mythic, you might as well add in the Avengers. Call in the Avengers. We're also gonna have some camels out. They're not particularly buffed by anything here, just raw. So they got a little bit extra attack, but other than that, not much to speak of. The spearmen are actually not going to be necessary, but see? Empowering this monument means that all these buildings are now training fast and it's fully upgraded, right? So the levy and conscript upgrades are in. These units are training in no time at all right now. In fact, the Otter one is having problems with population, I'm pretty sure. He didn't make the houses. 135 is his max. So yeah, a lot of houses still left, which is why you gotta put more people on houses than the two. At least the priest is helping. Sometimes you have issues with him not following the villagers, but here it's working. So yeah, guys, Ra should be great here to beat up Hades, especially once we're gonna start to see a handful of chariots. It will basically force out Prodromos, but they're not gonna do so great once they're faced by a meat shield of Avengers and potentially spears. Horus spears, no less, which have massive bonus damages against them. Buster isn't building the town centers with a lot of villagers, which could come back and bite him. The KD must be heavily in favor of our Ra player here. Spin to win. It makes no sounds. Just silently spin to win. Very quiet. I miss the sounds from the Avengers, man. I'm gonna cry. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, he's getting right in the middle of all those archers. That would have been sick if timed correctly, but the abilities are on auto cast, so you know they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Still, that was a lot of kills over there. Beautifully done. And the elephants added as a meat shield. Man, the Otter one is learning fast. He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. He's got all these Migdor strongholds up now. Citadels are supposed to be coming in momentarily. It just came off cooldown. Shifting Stance is available, and this is definitely a building busting army with the elephants in there. Add a few siege towers, and yeah, you can just go here or there. Take out the houses, or just continue fighting straight up since the KD has been alright. But the third TC is missing for the Otter one. He will need at least Citadel to help him keep up at least somewhat with that population discrepancy. Gotta be really careful with the peltas. A lot of them are shooting random things, but once micro, they could cause a lot of trouble here to those chariot archers. They are actually the answer to what Ra is doing. The slingers, well, they can handle them, right? But these are Artemis. They are Artemis Peltas. Their DPS is 6.5 and they have poison on top of that. That's quite a bit better than what the Slingers do. They also have more health, I recall. 91 to 85. Every little bit helps. More importantly, they have 56 pierce armor and these guys have 53. The two together add up. Wow. That Greek army is wrecking ever since Pestilence has been cast. Didn't comment on that, but I mean, it's obvious enough. Everybody knows what Pestilence does. Buster is on 235 population, only struggling in the food department. Otter 1 is out of gold, but he's got a massive amount of catapults coming up for some reason. I don't like it. Well, the catapult's getting poisoned, what the hell? I forgot that was a thing. Okay, there is Tornado. Cast it on this army and everything will disappear. That's the one hope for the Otter 1 right now. He's got the 3 TCs at least, but the patrol bullets are already sieging down his base. He doesn't have a whole lot of stuff around here. He's gonna turn it into a Citadel, which will buy some time, to be fair. Earthquake is being used on this front build of the Otter 1. Tornado! Oh man! The entire army is gone! They're not in Kansas anymore! Fly, my pretties. Okay, well, here's the next army. Buster's like, deal with it. Yeah, he can afford to remake those. And it was just Peltas anyway. He can make some better units. Not if they cost food. They have to cost something other than food. I don't know why between these guys I just don't get the spectator UI. I joined them as soon as their lobby was up. So they can't have finished. Also, it's a 7-minute game. There's no way I was 7 minutes late. 21 shades. That's the reward for a Tornado. They also cost population, of course, so, you know. They'll be actually blocking units from coming out, allowing more villagers to be made. Very gradually. Citadel has been destroyed by the patrol blast. Otter 1 just kinda, you know, spammed a little bit too hard. He tried to make 10 plus catapults. They're hella expensive at 400 resources apiece. Just can't afford that. You know, if he empowered the farmers and there was rain used, he would be able to get a little bit of food going at least. And, you know, he needs that very badly. Especially if he could do it together with the main. The initial gold mine is about to run out. This is a highly upgraded army though. So, they're kind of holding their own for the moment. Chimera are never going to be the best bet against Egypt. Unless they raid. The priests are just kind of nullifying them. They don't have that much health. And the divine damage just blasts them real hard. Got Peltas army once more. Trade route is trying to do something, but it's a very tiny amount of caravans for now. It'll be difficult to make anything work. You can see our Greek players not even bothering with it. Well, because villagers just have more gather rate on gold. So they're also much, much cheaper. So you can just wait with this. Don't need to go caravans while you have very secure gold mines. He does have these 3 very nice gold mines. You could say that one is easy to secure. So Buster is more than happy with his current situation. He can just keep pumping those chimeras out. Now that he has food. He has wood for days. Well, Otter 1's holding on to dear life, but little does he know that Buster can do this all day. We just got followed by Spectator Manager, if I read that correctly. Thanks for that. Can you please do your job and then make spectator mode work? Thank you. I missed my stats. Well, Buster's just coming forward. He's taking the town center as he should. And Peltas are so numerous they can snipe caravans in one go. That's nuts. Caravans should have wheels on them to make him go faster. That's right. For the wheel and deal. Citadel Center is down, ladies and gentlemen. Can be only one. Is Buster gonna have to delete everything? No. Otter 1 does give up. He took his time here to think through supposedly the next game. What map do I want to go? What god do I want to pick? You know, it's his tournament life on the line at this point, so it's pretty important. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we once again don't have a spectator UI for this game, and I have no clue why it's happening, but it is happening. So here we are. And in the blue color, this is Buster, playing as Zeus. His opponent on the other side of the map, playing in the red. As Loki, this is the Otter 1. Trying to make a lot of great hauls immediately. Not as many barracks, however. Building very much focused on home base rather than the town center or the outer areas of the map. I'm a little bit afraid he's going to get flooded by Buster, who knows that Hippospis train fast and counter the Norse infantry. So getting them across the map here wouldn't be very difficult at all. A lot of berserks are being made, but what's very important for Norse is that in the initial build order you include a lot of long houses, as that will allow you to get more berserks, therefore more buildings, therefore faster age up time, therefore faster town center. And ideally you wouldn't focus too much on building in front, you'd focus on building the side base exactly like this. But with tied to building placement, then you get a fast TC, then you're comfy. But Otter is getting closer and closer to figuring out this kind of stuff. And he should have his hell upgrades coming through. With a lot of boars and a bunch of Sons of Muspel, the fire giants of hell, with 840 health, which is kind of insane. Zeus is one of the best gods at dealing with this, though. Question is, can he deal with the Hippospis spam? So far, so good. The fire giants are kind of doing the trick. Looking nice. Paddleboards are going insane. Unfortunately, they themselves don't do that much damage. I mean, they're really good at kicking things around, and then the army is supposed to do the work, but it's kind of not working. Hey, what? What just got undermined? Was there a fortress trying to be made? It's not going to damage these buildings. I think you kind of want to save that for like deleting towers or something. That's essentially the best usage. We've got a Medusa up front now. A lot of Peltas. More Medusa. And the more Medusa you can really get, the better this situation is going to be. Especially once backed by the Greek heroes. They'll be able to just petrify all the myth units. and they have great range. They have great pierce armor, so even the Goldie are gonna have difficulties reaching them. And the Peltas happen to be really good against both Goldie and throwing axes, so actually when you have them instead of Tuxodis, you're gonna have a much better time against Norse. And I think Buster is doing a great job of putting that on display right now. Just how good Peltas can be. But of course, Fire Giants with their special attacks can clear them very fast too. Not that they couldn't do that with Tuxodis, of course. Medusa's working overtime here. Yeah, Peltas are gonna have to pull back. I don't think we have quite enough Myrmidons on the field. It would be nice to see a little bit more meat shield up front. Right now, the Peltas are getting surrounded by the Berserks. It's a massacre. Oh my god, has the Otter one figured it out? He's got a massive spam behind this. If he can build a frontal temple, the Amphibians will reinforce much better as well. Did the Medusa get nerfed? Yes, in terms of population and cost, but not by much. I mean, they're 4 pop. That's still a very cost-effective Myth unit. They also lost 1 range so that they can't outrange buildings. It's pretty minor nerfs. The stats are roughly the same. Flaming Weapons is coming in. There's no ceasefire to counter it. The Greek army is sticking around to fight. That probably isn't what they want to do. Good news is that the Fire Giants aren't impacted by this, if you're Buster. But I think Buster is about to find out. He messed around. He's gonna find out now. Oh boy. All it takes is for those Fire Giants to do their specials. He's doing a good job running away for now. Trying to bait out that lightning storm. I guess if he could get an underwater passage here in the back town center area while this is going on, then he could ignore it for the most part. But he's trying to also protect his villagers. He wants that third town center, understandably so. Belorphin is running away. Can't really take on the Flaming Weapons throwing Axemen. And now that they're no longer Flaming Weapons, boys, they're no longer as threatening. Belorphin jumps back in to do some damage. Odysseus is doing his very best as well, but it's just not much he can do all by himself. You need all 4 heroes out here for Greek. You want to make a difference. CC is going to be taken down. I think the Otter one might have figured it out, guys. The build order is still rough, but he's getting some value delivered. His army is going to be cleaned up in the end, but that wasn't so bad. Oh wait, his gold is out. Well, he's going to have to work hard with the markets. Ooh, he's trying to make all the markets. If anybody asks how many markets the Otter one wants, the answer is yes. Working on the next town center. I don't think he's gonna get that, but he could get a Nidhogg. And this army isn't very good against a Nidhogg, let me tell you that. Are we gonna see the dragon? Come on, now's the time. Oh god, that's a lightning storm. Well, there's an opportunity to garrison here. But I think the Norse population is gonna feel this. They're getting replaced. There's a lot of buildings making units after all. Wow. It's the economy that's gonna feel it more than the population. Okay, here's the dragon. Let's see some dead Peltas. No! That's the wrong direction, sir! Oh no! He didn't roast anything at all. That could have been a million times better. Oh well. Maybe he can build the town center. Holy crap! They're clumped up. They're getting absolutely melted by the Nidhogg. Another special attack may be ready soon, to be honest. But I'm not sure it's going to be necessary. The Medusa are doing a number to the Nidhogg, to be fair. But the entire Greek army is gone. Ooh, Paper Dragon no more? Turns out if you don't have heroes, you actually have to respect this thing. Neat. He killed 3 Medusa! Amazing work. The paper dragon thing was for another game. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Anyway, 3 town centers for the Otter one are established. Sharp as paper. Yeah. The portable ram follow-up is cleaning up super nicely. Oh, the paper dragon's getting sniped after all by the heroes. There were 3 of them. Either way, now that Buster has the satisfaction of deleting the Nidhogg, the Otter one gets his first victory in our deathmatch tournaments. This is a pretty good deal. Ooh, can he come back and turn a series around, turn his tournament life around? Perhaps Strausshaus would be the next obstacle, but Strausshaus didn't look that much stronger than Buster. So maybe the new guy can turn this around. This is exciting. I'm getting my popcorn. No, I'm not, because I don't want to eat on stream. You get it. Anyway, moving on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a game number 3. Buster is going to be going in with the Poseidon here. And on the other side of the map, playing as 4, this is going to be the Otter one. I really like the 4 pick here on Megalopolis if 4 can establish the middle TC in addition to the other 2. You get such a massive population spike that it should be possible to get a victory through flaming weapons, especially because there's no ceasefire here from the Poseidon side of things. This is a Pestilence pick. Obviously, Ares Hippospis rushing across the map from the Classical Age onwards is going to be a tough thing to face off against. You know... Oh, dinosaur follow-up. Interesting. Interesting. There might be bronze to counter the flaming weapons. This could be actually kind of crazy. AOL Iron Maiden has raided us. Welcome, AOL Iron Maiden. Long time no see, buddy. Thank you for covering some of the tournament. I hope you had some fun with the games. We're covering a newcomer, Otter one. He's coming from AoE2's DM scene, and he's learning as we go. So that should be pretty special, because he's actually fighting Buster, aka Jim Carrey, who's relatively high up on the deathmatch leaderboard in terms of matchmaking score. And somehow he managed to eke out a win here in the losers match. So the Otter one might not be eliminated as a brand new player to Age of Mythology. This is super cool. But can he survive here? I don't think he's building the right buildings. He's got such a strange way of going about things, as obviously he is still learning. He might not get to the Mythic Age in this one, ladies and gentlemen. I might have spoken too soon. He does make it to the Mythic Age, but this is a tragic beginning to the game. And Pestilence will be available in 17 seconds to affect his 4 buildings. This is not good. This time he is not up through hell. He doesn't have hell. He's going 4 here, right? It's a big problem. And here's 175 population from Buster coming through. Oh my goodness. There's a Pestilence. No mercy to be had. And now the units are training mega slowly. Good news is that the Hippospis don't do too much damage against buildings. But with so few buildings, it's just not going to work out. I don't know why he made villagers over here. The myth units might be kicking around the Hippospis sufficiently. Let's see what happens with that. Fortunately for the Otter one, Buster has been sitting back with the rest of his army that he produced. This is once again going to be pretty brutal, especially with heroes in it once he has those. He does have Atalanta and Polyphemus. Piggies are trying to make something happen, but there's just too many units, and now the heroes coming in soon as well will just potentially spell the Otter ones and finally makes it to the Mythic Age. But yeah, that did not work out very well at all. Buster is on 3 town centers, soon to be working on 4 of them. Oh no! The puppy got bonked! Hydra gonna eat everything up. Heads are gonna grow. Certain other heads are gonna roll. Oh man. Can we get a 5-headed one to finish this off? Because I think the outcome is pretty obvious here. The Otter one gave it a good old college try, but we'll need a little bit more practice. There's always next tournament, you know, that the practice levels are gonna go much, much higher for him. Hopefully he had fun with this. Buster coming in with the 2nd Pestilence, because what's better than 1 Pestilence? Yeah, this is. He can cast Bronze, he will have Earthquake to follow up if there's any buildings left. The Hydra is still regenerating and going, of course, with 4 heads now. Come on, 5 heads. Gimme! Get it! Oh, Bronze Hydra, even better. Oh no! We can't have 5 heads! And the TC will actually destroy it. No! They killed Billy. Or shall we call him Henry the Hydra? Well, 4 TCs for Poseidon. And that's gonna be a victory. GG, well played. Better luck to the Otter one. Next time, Buster has a rematch coming up with Strauss House. Let's take a look at that. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.